So let's play the first level, Small House. When you first boot it up, you're going to get the little tiny story, but we're skipping this for now. So when you first enter a room, you have this little flashlight, right? And when you want to avoid some traps, but you really want to quickly go through this level very quick. Now every level is always going to be the same. There I stepped on some broken glass, but what it does is make a shouting noise, but doesn't actually affect anything. I have the wire cutter so I can go to the electric box and cut the power, so if the homeowners do come home, they have to kind of fumble around the dark to kind of find you. Now, I searched the drawer and I found a gold key, which is lucky of me. But yeah, there's always going to be a gold key in that level. You just kind of have to go through it. It's always randomized. And sometimes there's nothing in those drawers, so you just have to go through. Now, one thing you want to stay away from is the bathrooms. There's actually nothing in bathrooms, at least in the first couple stages. At least I've not found anything in bathrooms. But you want to go through every room very quickly, search the drawers, right? You can hide in this cabin if you wish, but, there's no homeowner. Turns off your flashlight for some reason. Okay, now this is the room with the safe in it. It's always going to be the same. Open it up, that's the most expensive item you're going to steal for the day. And then that's it. This level offers only that piece of value. Now all we have to do is just make our way out of the building just by holding the A button, and we're gone. Now you can tally whatever you have, you loot it, goes into your ground total, and basically adds to what you have. Now when you're getting to this menu, it's asking, do you want to play the next level, try the same level, or select the level that you want to play on, right? Now if you're first starting out, if you're doing this for the very first time, always go to the pawn shop. With that little bit of money that you bought, you want to buy a couple pieces of equipment. Now, the equipment is already attached to me. Like, once you buy it, certain items like the boxes, wire cutters, you don't have to buy multiple of those things, right? You just get them, you have it, and you don't need to buy it again, okay? Other things like firecrackers, they're kind of one-time use. Lockpicking machines, these are going to be very useful in the future, and sneakers for some reason. Now I have these level sneakers, like level 2, so that's why the sneakers looks like this 1400, but I wouldn't worry about them. So we're going to jump into the first level small house and kind of see what we have to do. Okay, we're going to select our character, we're going to skip the storyline, but when you first jump in, you have a flashlight, and this flashlight is just, it's useful, but you quickly want to start going through the level, opening all the drawers. Now, the level that you play is going to be the same. What's different is the magnifying glasses will always contain something different, and that gold key that I just picked up is for the safe that's located over there on the left, but once you play this level, you can play this level many times because eventually you'll get caught. It's going to happen. And all the loot that you see at the bottom with those red icons are all going to be taken away unless you have the insurance, which is worth it if you have a lot of stuff, but for the sake of the tutorials, I'll eventually lose everything and just regain it. It's not a big deal, you can always just buy it again, but it means you have to go through this again. But if you do this over and over, you can kind of get through this very quickly. Now, if you stick around long enough, eventually the homers will come back home. And something to kind of delay them is cutting the wires for the electric box. And when they come home, they'll turn on the lights and they'll have to fumble around the dark to look for you. But like I said, you have plenty of time to get through the first level for the first time. Maybe the first time you're playing, you're kind of spending more time than you should, but once you clear the house, everything that you just did is basically the entire level. There's nothing else to do. See that timer up there? That's letting you know that the homeowner is going to be coming home soon. Now if I just turn off my lights, you'll have a hard time to seeing me, but eventually, watch. There he is. Now see that red thing over there? He's kind of fumbling in the dark. Can't really see me. He probably hears me. And now he's checking it out, but I'm going to escape before he even catches me. And that's how you do level 1. Like I said, plenty of time to do a lot of exploring, but this is the very first level. You can grind this level over and over again to get some cash. Now, when you get this cash, I highly recommend that we visit the pawn shop, but we'll do that next. Alright, level 2. Now, the story continues. It's just him getting more cocky about his crime spree that he's doing. It's the story of the game. But in round 2, you're introduced into a slightly bigger home. Okay, now, like I said, home will always be the same. The only thing that's different is the location of some of the loot, right? I'm going through a bunch of drawers, found the gold key right there. Okay, avoiding this broken glass that's always there. Checking the loot, got 20 bucks. There we go. Checking. Okay, nothing. Okay. Opening the doors with a safe in it. Okay. Got that. Magnifying glass. Alright. Now that's basically it. I mean, I think there's one more thing right here. That's it. And there too. That's basically the entire level. So if you run really fast through it, then you would have already burglarized everything that you possibly can. Now, there's things to avoid, right? If you hit this table, it breaks, makes a lot of noise, but there's no homeowner here, so you can kind of run around doing it. Here's some glass that every time you step on it, make noise. But like I said, if there's no homeowner, nothing really happens. And you have plenty of time to kind of loot through the entire house very quickly before the homeowner gets even home. So, yeah, take your time on this level, especially in the beginning stages. You have plenty of time to do things. And that's basically it for this level, right? You're just going to go on through. And there we go, round number 2. Money gets added to your pile. And on to the next level. So the game continues with a story, him, just talking about his life. But we're going to skip this. You're going to be playing this game yourself. Okay, next level is, I guess they call it bigger house or apartment, I believe it's called, maybe. Go ahead and start looting things like normal. Now, the harder stages, okay, each level has 3 difficulties, okay? Now, since we are playing on level 1, everything is super simple. Super simple. Quick tip, don't go into bathrooms. There's nothing really in here, ever. At least now in the first couple levels. We're going to cut this, so just in case the homeowner comes home, he has a hard time looking for us because he's fumbling around in the dark. Checking the closet, checking this, checking the last room, which happens to have the safe, which we already got the gold key. And that's basically it. This whole level is complete. Very simple. Oh, and the homeowner's going to be coming home, but we're going to be gone before he even gets here, so house fully robbed. Like I said, on the easiest levels, you'll get through it very quickly, and you'll build up a money pile. Okay. Now, once you start getting this pile of money, you really want to visit the pawn shop and start buying some of the tools. Okay. Now, so far we hadn't had any need for any tools, but as the game progresses, there's going to be at least some things that you're going to need, like the wire cutters, the box for the cameras that we'll go over pretty soon. Alright, the next level story, but I'm just skipping it. Okay, this is, I believe, the mansion. And once again, just go through the whole house. Like I said, same house every single time. Make noises, it don't matter. There's something to search here, something to search here, but both of them have nothing. Okay. Oh, I also found out you can hold the right trigger, you can actually run. But it's only for a short little sprint, a little tiny sprint that he has. So I'm just going through the drawer. I want to cut the wires for that box so if someone comes home, if they're fumbling through the dark to find me, I don't need to go to the bathrooms ever. Here's the safe. I already found the gold key. Okay, that's the room is done. And I believe this level does actually give you less time to search. So I think as I will get back, the homeowner will come home slightly faster. Once again, see, there's nothing in bathrooms ever. And that's it, right? Making all kinds of noise, don't really care because there's no one here. And that's the end. Easy peasy. Next piece, going on to the next level. Apparently this one he is automatically starting the level, him robbing what looks like to be a generic 7-Eleven. Boom, there key. Awesome. And that's it, I believe. That's all there is in the front. I thought these drawers here just have anything, but they don't. Okay. Search. Nope. Search. Here we go. There we go. And here we go. That's it. That's all the things you can collect. Right? There's nothing to. There's no wires to cut or just to make this place darker, but that's how it is. Easy stuff. Alright, I believe this level starts to introduce a couple of things that you gonna need to know how to play. First of all, first thing you want to do is turn off your light because there's some guards walking around here and they want to stick with the shadows. For the most part, they have a hard time seeing you, but you kind of want to get lucky and have them... Oh, they caught me. Which is fine. So all that stuff that I just had right now, like all those things I have, are gone. All that money that I just had, gone. And I'm just going to fast forward. There we go. So here's the weird part, right? You can hit replay, but if you hit replay, you know, you get the same storyline, hit start, but you lose every single piece of your equipment. Okay? It kind of makes you wonder, like, well, what's the whole point of playing now? Because I'm going to need some things to be able to get through the challenges, but I can't. You know, hide between these bushes. They won't see you. They eventually go away. Just wait for them to leave. There we go. Now, the safe is in here, so we can go in here. Make sure you lock the door, because if you lock the door, the guards will just ignore this room thinking, well, that's kind of... Oh, conveniently the key was in the same room as the safe. Make sure you don't get too close to that table. Open the safe, and boom, there's the most expensive item in this particular level. Now you want to be careful when you walk, because if you sprint and run to the door and a guard happens to be there, and the game's locked. Now here's one of those, I don't know if it's a bug or anything like that, but you can't open doors sometimes after you just open it and closed it. And I just ran into that very issue. It's, I'm assuming, indie game issues, but if you happen to be in a room that you just opened and now you can't open it anymore from this side, or, you know, from the other side, you just open it, closed it, try to come back into that room and it's locked. That's not your fault. I believe that's a glitch in the game. So up here I am trying to tap an A. Look, I'm making noises that the guard now hears me. Right? They can open the door. There's not much they can do but catch you now. And I'm not sure what causes it. I think it's a bug, but it's, you know, it's a forgiving bug, I swear. Like indie games, you gotta give them some love. You know, they're not fully polished, and sometimes that's kind of part of the fun sometimes, you know. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt if that happens. So, I got caught in the last bit. Lost everything I ever owned, and now you're starting over again. The best thing to do is just go to the very first level. Okay, now since we already seen this level, we can just kind of sprint through everything, just collect everything we need. Remember, you don't have to be too quiet. Just go ahead and collect. Okay, we're at 40 bucks, which is fine. Go ahead, watch money. Okay, nothing good. Oh, there we go. I missed it. There is the gold key that we need. I'm going through this particular path. Check, nothing is in there. Check, nothing's in there. It's fine. I'm not checking the bathroom, there's nothing in there. Opening this door. Sprinting. Come on. Okay, grab some more money. Okay, opening this door with the safe. 150 bucks, not bad. Boom, there we go. Now we're sprinting our way back down because we got everything cleared. No matter how much noise we make, there's no one home. And we're taking off. Alright, with 280 bucks, that should be enough to buy at least 2 pieces of equipment that we're going to definitely need. Okay? Now, we're going to go visit the pawn shop. Okay? Now, one thing you always want to carry with you is this wire cutters and this box. In the beginning levels, you're only going to really rely on those two things. Now you can get everything. I actually haven't tested out every single item in this place, but we can experiment later. But there you go. The wire cutters and the box are almost essential. Okay, especially if you're going to go to just level 2 difficulty, because you're going to be running into tripwires immediately, and you're going to need the wire cutters and box to get past the level itself. The next best thing to probably carry is night vision goggles, but that's $500. So technically, if you happen to have played this over and over again and you're further into the game and you want to get more money, you can actually play the game and start the story mode with level 2. You should have access to all 3 levels. So if we start with level 2 of the same house, okay, we'll just start it up, skipping the story mode, and boom, soon, same level, but now it's different. Now we have tripwires. I'm going to cut. Okay. That wasn't there before. That only happens on level 2 on this level. Okay. Here, going through the same level again. Nothing else to get. Can I get the right things? Oh, there. Alright. Running up the stairs, another tripwire. Okay, now these tripwires may or may not be there. They kind of randomize sometimes. Sometimes right above the stairs. Sometimes between the rooms. Sometimes it's just slightly different located. There's that gold key. And you notice that now that I'm playing on a higher difficulty, the merchandise I get is actually a little bit more, just a little bit more. I mean, this part is, yeah, $10 is $10, but what increases in value is the safe. The safe now usually carries bigger things, like there's a $200 or whatever that is, right? But that's it. You still have enough time to kind of run through the level very quickly before the homeowner gets home. Like I said, if you want extra time, this always helps cut the power, so when he gets home, he can't even turn on the lights. He's fumbling in the dark looking for you. But there you go. No noise what you want because there's no homeowner. He's coming home right now, so technically we had less time, but since we already know the layout of this land, we can just quickly just get through it. Okay, and just escape when you want to. And that should give us more money for that one visit. Okay, now let me show you what it actually looks like when you do a level 3. So for a level 3, since I've already played it, I know what to expect. So we're going to go into the pawn shop. We're going to buy in a couple extra things. Okay. Now, I would love to have the night vision goggles, but, you know, I don't need it for this time around. I'm going to need at least one dog toy. Purchase that one dog toy. It's $100. And we're going to go back. Okay, we're going to play a game, story mode. We're going to do that same level, but level 3 this time around. Okay. Once again, we're skipping the story. And right away, I'm going to use a dog toy because I know the dog is right here. Now, what the dog just does is just barks, and he happens to be on you. He slows you down. All he does is slow you down, really. Okay? And I'm going to cut the wires. See, now the dog is immobilized. If you go through him, he'll slow you down, but he won't bother you for the rest of the match. Okay, now there's a wire cutter right here, so might as well take care of it now. Still haven't found the gold key yet. Right above the stairs is the wires. So I cut it. Now I need the box. And notice there's cameras up here now. Okay, those cameras will go off and it will call the homeowner immediately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide right there so I can equip my wire cutters, put the box back on my head, and I can get through it. Now this is a new trap. If you happen to stand on it, all it does is it drops a net on your head and it immobilizes you for like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 seconds. Not really that threatening. But notice how there's more security nowadays. Once again, the level is still the same. Just things to more things to avoid. Just be very careful with that trap, otherwise you're stuck in here. Look, now that's $400 for that item. And sure enough, that's it. We've stolen everything that you can from this house. Disabled all the alarms. Once again, you can make all the noise you want because your homeowner's not here, but if there was people here, you making that noise will bring attention to them. Have them come looking for you. And there it is. There's the old homeowner coming home. But we're going to be gone. That's all we need to do. And that's level 3. But we get more money out of that. But we can only do that if we were equipped correctly. If we were not equipped correctly and you trip over the wires, the homeowner will start coming home immediately. So with the cameras, you can actually, it's not instant discovery. You can actually run through the cameras and it'll beep. But the longer you stay under the cameras, the quicker the homeowner is going to get there. So have the box, have the wire cutters, um, start buying dog meat. Okay, now we're going back to the pawn shop, right? We have $970 to play with. I really like the night vision goggles. This just makes quality of life much easier. But I need more dog toys, right? So I'll buy one of these just for right now. And let's do that same level again, level number 3, right? And see with all the equipment that normally you should be having is. Alright, level 3, small house. Once again, playing the same level. Okay. Now, there's a camera right up there. This time around, it wasn't there before. Turning on my lights and turning on my night vision goggles. You can see a faint shadow of a dog on the right, but it definitely comes to life when you see it. Oop, the camera almost got me. But I want to cut the wires here. Okay. I want to cut the wires for the electric box. Putting on the box disguise. The dog gets distracted. Going through the level again. Taking off the box so I can use the wire cutters. That part of the mechanic I'm not too thrilled of, but I can get it. I get it. Okay. Now the camera, there's no camera right up below here anymore. Alright, avoid the trap mine. Looks like the key is located in the same spot, so you want to be able to get to that if you didn't have the wire cutters. Now, like I said, you can kind of run underneath the cameras. It has like a blind spot right underneath it. Classic video game trope. Go ahead, opening the doors. Avoiding that. Now, see, it's randomized. Last time it was 400, now this time it's 500. So it is random how high the inventory item is. Now, the homeowner's coming home. I'm going to start sprinting a little bit. And then, whew, that was kind of closer, but there we go. Easy as that. Now with this, see how quickly I got all the things I lost. That's what makes the game grindy, really. Okay. You lose all your stuff. You kind of have to go through these levels again, but you know, it takes longer to talk about it than actually do them. So once you get caught, you can just kind of use that to your advantage and go back to easier level ones. So if you go back to, let's say, a rich person's house, all the equipment that I had, right, is still with me. So this is the rich person's house, and once again, go through the levels, same layout all the time, right? Now you can imagine what this level would be like with all the security cameras and dogs and tripwires. So that's where the challenge is, and it's kind of fun. Don't get me wrong, it is kind of fun. It is fun. I'm not unlocking this door because if I have to escape and run through this, I don't want to have to unlock it. Okay. This is something you can search. There's a camera right there, but I put on my box. Right? Can't see me anymore. You know, I'll take it off. I'll turn on night vision mode, right? There we go, put it on the box. This room is all escalated out. There we go, going down. Boom. Boom. Oh, shit. So the homeowner is coming home soon. I'm just going to turn off the lights at least. So that's fine. We'll see how the homeowner looks like when you have to play cat and mouse. No big deal. So technically I can escape right now, but let's play with the cat, with it. Now, night vision shouldn't be working right now because the lights are on. But I can cut the wires to this place, right? Boom. Now the homeowner's going to be confused. He's like, what's going on? And, oop, there he comes. And I'm going to sneak right here. And I'm going to run past him. Now, I quickly open the door, hid behind this bush because eventually, when you cut the wires, there's always going to be someone who's going to investigate, right? He's going to look around, and then he's going to go about his day, kind of looking around the house. He's kind of worried. Putting on my box again, continuing on my crusade. So going through this, going through that. Oh, there's the key. Okay, I'm going to use the wire cutters. Now, the reason I'm closing doors is because they will check if the door is open. Okay, I want to leave that door open. There's the safe, and that's it. Okay, close it. Now, I don't know if you saw that. I saw him coming. I quickly ran back into the room, hid in the closet. So that was kind of fun. So there he goes. And every time that someone gets near you, there has like a little music that it plays. And there he goes. So you just have to kind of be where he's not. You know, it's forgiving enough. So since he's all the way over there, I'll try to make a run through the exit. And as long as I don't hear his music, which I do now. I'm so close to leaving. So he's worried because the door was open and he closes it. He's like, okay, why was the door open? So that's why they freak out. When they see a door that's open, they freak out. But it's a good way to also bait them to kind of check a room out to see a room that was open. But that was it. Stole everything I needed to steal, and pretty sure they did. And once you're happy, just leave. And there we go. So there you go. That's pretty much the basics of the game. That should be plenty for you to get started. Like I said, the game is really fun. You just have to just give it a shot. I understand that when you first play, not sure how it works, and it does suck that when you're getting caught losing everything. Here's that insurance thing. If I were to buy it, right now, I get one free shot of getting caught and not losing my items. Now, is it worth it? I say yeah, if you happen to bought everything, like you bought the sneakers, you bought the lockpicks. This has 3 levels of stealthiness for the sneakers. I don't really see the difference. I mean, I'm sure it does, but I don't know. Maybe you have better luck with it. And as the game progresses, you actually will get cool unlockables. Like when you go through a level, they will have like a collectible, random item that you collect, and it will unlock an achievement. And they're for costumes, right? So if you can swap different hats, different masks, right? Little things. That one looks like a Resident Evil character. Oh no, you know what? This is. There's eventually when the homeowner comes home, he comes home with his wife, and his wife goes around looking around the house, and if you bump into the wife screams and runs away, and the husband comes charging, in looking for you. And believe it or not, it's an achievement as well. So now you get the white costume here. So yeah, like I said, give this game a shot. It has some quirks in it, no big deal, but it's a fun game. I believe everyone should give it a shot. On Steam, I got this game for free. It was free on Steam. Buddy of mine, Shantron, thanks for the heads up. Said this game is for free. I said, you know what, give it a shot. Alright, I did, and I hope you do too. Even if this game goes on free or for just $1 or less, I say it's worth it. This game is fun. Easy, or 2 or 3 hours worth of distraction. Alright, so hope you like this video. Hope it helps you get started. And subscribe for more content. Thanks.